Good evening and welcome to BackChat. I'm your host, Timba Madima. This evening we're chatting to Liza Kellerman. She's all the way in the United States of America. It is Movember. As you can see, I'm rocking my Movember look. You can call me Signor Antonio Tembero. Yes, sir. It is Movember. You can see I'm ready. Buenos dias, Afik du Sud. Hope everybody's doing well. Mr. Paul Horis, I see you, sir. Welcome. Liza Kellerman is in the building. Welcome to you. Thanks for joining in, guys. Liza will just send me an invite and we're gonna go live. I see Ashlyn, Grego, my man. I see the fax machine, Charlie, Melisha, Beatrice. Oh, Keegan Mitch is in the building. Hey, Liza, how you doing?
Hi, good, thanks, and you?
Good. What's happening? How's life treating you?
It's going good, thanks, and you?
All good. Liza, just explain to us exactly where you are in the world.
I'm in Cleveland, Tennessee. It's just like 2 hours away from Nashville. Everyone knows Nashville is like the big city in Tennessee. So, yeah, that's where I'm at Lee University.
All right. In the United States of America, for those who are watching, Liza, I can hear you already. You've been there for 2 days and you're already picking up an accent. What a guan.
No, not at all.
Oh, my word, Liza, if you could hear yourself, you're like, not at all. America, give Liza back her South African accent, please. We do not want any problems.
Well, here they say I sound different, so they say I have one, so.
No, but thanks a lot for joining us. Really a pleasure. We appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you feel like Liza is picking up an American accent, please maybe just put a heart to confirm what I am saying. I know I'm not making this up. Welcome to Lara, Lily, Grace, Kellerman, Krista. Welcome to you. The real Jason D'Souza. Welcome to you. Armand Menkis, Ruben Gous, Erasmus Miandri, Keegan Mitchell, Lily Grace, Hare. Welcome, guys. It's a pleasure and an honor. All right, Liza, we're going to do what we do here on BackChat. I'm going to start by doing an introduction. Once I've done an introduction, we'll get into the rest of the serious questions. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please make sure to send them through, and then we're going to take as many as possible. Are you good? Cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with us this evening, we've got Liza Kellerman. Listen up. She is World Under-20 Championships. She was part of the SA team in the 4x4 and the 800 meter. She's also a CAA Under-20 Southern Regional Championships 800 meter gold medalist, SA Under-20 800 meter champion, 2 times SA Under-18 800 meter champion, SA Schools champion in the 800 meter, as well as part of the SA team at the African Championships for the 800 meter and World Youth Championships 800 meter semi-finalist. Ladies and gentlemen, Liza Kellerman. That's a vuvuzela. You still remember that?
A vuvuzela, yeah, back from 2010. Soccer World Cup.
Yeah. I'm glad you still remember the vuvuzela, or in America they would call it the vuvuzela.
Yeah, probably.
All right, Liza. So obviously, it's a pleasure to have you. Like I said, it's always good to connect with the South African athletes, even if they are abroad in America or other countries. I know there's a whole lot of you guys that side.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll try to cover as many as we can, but hey, it's not always easy. We don't always get all the information in time and so on, but yeah, we do try our best. But thank you for blessing us with your time. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. And right. I always post on my stories and stuff, so you can always just look at my stories and know what my times are and everything.
No, definitely, we'll definitely do that. We're gonna have to have like eyes all over the place. Like, I mean, I would say even like, the athletes in America, don't be afraid to be like, listen, I ran this time at this competition. I ran this time. I mean, there's no shame. It's all about sharing the love. It's all about keeping everybody up to date. So yeah, that's what we need to do. We don't avoid performances. we just sometimes just miss them, plain
Yeah,
and simple. You know what I mean?
so true.
But thanks a lot. Let's do a few more welcomes. I see Sinesipo Dambile is in the building. Neo, Michelle Creer is here. Tian Stevens, 316 Confidential. We got Yuan V Lock. Abdullah 400 meter hurdles. Oh, my brother. Welcome to you. You know, some internationals in here. Tian Cleanans, welcome, brother. I think we bumped into Tian in Poch. Konya, who else? Lara, welcome, guys. Okay, let's get started. Let's get all the important things out of the way, and then we can, take it easy from there. Next question I want to ask is the next thing we have to do. We have to play a game called 30 seconds. So you got 30 seconds to name as many things as possible that you have inside of your bag. Then we're done with the formalities. Okay.
In my bag? Okay.
In your training bag, competition bag, coming to you in 3, 2, 1. Mazishe.
Spikes, socks, your bars, your water, your I use Gaviscon before I run for Hartman. Your watch, your jacket, your long pants, your t-shirt that you warm up with.
Yeah.
What else? Ooh.
Come on. Come on.
Your, I don't know, energy drink.
Yeah. And time. All right. Time. 10 in 30 seconds. Not bad at all. You in the middle, you know, like average, a bit higher than average. The high score is held by, I know it's is it Justine? Justine Pofferman. I think it's Justine and Reinhard Straussy.
How many did they get?
They got 19.
19? Well, I pack light, so.
That's fair. You know, you're a light packer. That's good enough, you know. Okay, Lisa, let's get into it. Obviously, you're an athlete, and that's the reason why we have you here. You know, it's important that we keep on sharing knowledge and information amongst athletes. So, for those who don't know Liza Kellerman, where did your running journey begin? You know, were you always a sprinter, or did you play rugby or karate, ballet? Where did it start?
I started running in primary school, like in grade 3. So I was just doing like the sprints. You know, you have your 60 meters that you run when you're little, and your mom is like there at the end of the lane cheering you on. So I started running since then. I was with my coach from I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
And then obviously when I came here, I had to meet a new coach and everything. So this was in my 10th year with my coach back home.
Wow.
So I've been running from 11 years old competitively. And my first nationals was actually when I was 12 years old at the cross-country clubs. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. So it's a long journey. I mean, started at the 60 meters, worked your way up into cross-country, and then obviously,
the 1,200 meters before you go to the 1,500.
Absolutely. So, I mean, obviously, at what stage or at what point did you realize, okay, this running thing is something that I want to do? You never played any other sports?
I did play like netball and tennis in primary school, and I did ring ball. So I actually got national colors for ring ball when I was 15 years old.
Ring ball, explain, what is that? I don't know.
It's almost like netball. It's just like some of the rules are different. Like you have to stay in your block. You can't go like over the line, and yeah. So you gotta go look up that.
Yeah, I'll have to do my research.
Yeah. But when I went to high school in grade 8, I like had to choose one thing to focus on. So I chose athletics to focus on. So yeah, that's where everything happened. And then grade 9, when I was 15 years old, that was my first gold at nationals. So then I took it serious, and yeah, we're from there all the way climbing up.
Absolutely, you know, it's always amazing to see. I mean, you know, it's a long journey. You know, I think many times when people look at like athletes that are, let's call it, that are wearing national colors and they're competing at World Youth, World Juniors, and they think it comes easy for you. They think you just from day one you just got into the national teams and you just. But I mean, it's a journey. It starts a long way. There's a lot of obviously ups and downs that come along the way. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's all about persevering. You know what I always tell young athletes that whether I train with them or if I see them, I tell them like if you can run uh, as long as over 30 years plus, and you still love the sport and you're still able to find joy in it, then it goes a long way because somewhere along the line we tend to lose the love for the sport.
Yeah, that's so true. But I think the people that keeps on running, they really do love the sport and they want to like get their goals and achieve them. And
Absolutely.
you always
Yeah.
have to set another goal when you reach your goal.
Yeah, that is true. Let's do a few more welcomes. I see Elaset Leso is here. Coach LTG. I know Coach LTG has got his training group. They're running. Tomorrow we've got virtual races happening. Ilardes Erasmus. Sinesipo Dambile is here as well. Who else? I see Pavan S. Gola. He's here. He says hello. He says, my name is Pavan. Welcome, Pavan. Who else? Rinda Herbs and Delaney Rickett is here as well. Welcome to her. She was running today at the Canis Mbini virtual relays. So yeah, a lot going on in South Africa. We're keeping
Yeah.
busy.
I see they have races and everything right now. So I'm so glad that lockdown is to level 1 so you can skip
Yeah.
out again.
Hey, we were locked up for a very long time, so it's good. Even if it's virtual, it's much safer than meeting at a stadium and so on. So that's good. But I mean, I think Poch had their first meeting as well this week, which was also a very good meeting. So yeah, track is
Yeah,
back. Track is back.
you guys start so fast with the track. We're still in cross country, but we finished our conference race, so we don't have regionals and nationals for cross country. So our next step is indoor season.
Yeah, but you see the difference is that we start. It might seem early, but then you guys have indoors. January, you get athletes that are peaking
Oh yeah,
indoors as well. So it's
yes,
touch and go.
yeah, the same basically.
Touch and go. Because I mean, in January already, you guys are in spikes and you're flying. So yeah, so it's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so Lisa, obviously, you said at 15 you won your first title. You went to your first nationals and you won a title. Tell us about your first experience being in SA colors representing South Africa. Let's talk about World Youth. Let's start there. I know there will be others as well, but let's start at World Youth Championships. It was in Cali, ne? Cali,
Yes, Cali,
California.
Colombia.
Yeah, Cali. What? What?
Colombia.
Colombia. Yeah, in Cali.
Yes.
Exactly.
So first, before that, it was Africans and Mauritians,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like you have to basically win African champs to be in the final team for your worlds,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
ASA always sets the time to qualify very faster than IAAF sets it.
Yeah.
So when I was in Mauritius, I ran, I think it was a 2:10, but I won the race. So I felt like winning that race gave me my position to be in
Yeah.
the national team for Colombia.
Yeah.
Uh, so that was a difficult time because it wasn't track season. I mean, everyone went to cross country season in June, July when you have to like train for your worlds. So what my coach did is he let two boys train with me doing track
Yeah.
so that I can keep working on speed and everything. But Colombia was a really exciting experience. It was
Yeah.
kind of scary, the big stadium, and especially like heats, there's not much people like watching on in the stadium.
Yeah.
But when we went to our semifinals, the stadium was so packed, and
Wow.
the atmosphere it's amazing. It's scary, but it just gives you all that hyped energy.
Yeah.
So my race, I went out in the front with Samantha Watson. She's actually from America. So I went in the front with her, and the pace was so slow the first 400 meters. I think we went like 68 or something through the 400s, which was really, really slow.
68.
So I know it's really slow. And then we had to sprint that last 400 meters. They just like went like that, and you don't expect it at all. So I was trying to sprint and keep up with them, but when they go, they go. So it was really hard. I remember the last 100 meters, I was dying my legs. You know, the lactic acid when it kicks in on your 800 meters. That's awful, but yeah, that was a good experience to learn from, to like always run your own race. Don't sit with the people in the front and wait for them. You gotta run your own race. So that's what I learned from that experience.
Absolutely. I mean, international, the international world when it comes to middle distance, I mean, it's very competitive, especially for women. I think America, or being in America, will probably show you that a lot as well. You know, like those ladies there, they take it for real serious. You know.
Yeah, they do. You know, like our cross country back home there's only a few girls running cross country back home, and I've already run 2 races, and every race was like 90 girls in one race. So it's so many girls running, and the pace is just so quick.
Yeah, but that's what we need. We need you to sharpen your legs out there, you know?
Yeah.
Get quicker. I mean, you're still young, 21 years old. Yeah, you haven't, how long have you been in America now? Is it almost a year, 2?
No, only 1 month.
Then what's
Yes.
going on with the accent then, Lisa? No, man. You've been there for a month. You say water?
Water?
Water? You see.
Already changing my pronunciation.
You're supposed to say water. You said water?
Water. Oh my God.
You see what oh my gosh, yeah. You sound like you've been there for like 2 years, and you left now, like yesterday.
No, yeah, the other day.
To the Americans, now means a short while back. It does not mean now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now.
Okay, so let's move on to the next question. So obviously you get the first experience, World Youth Championships. You get to experience that type of environment, competition, and you obviously going forward. You know, you've won also 2 titles as at the SA Youth Championships under 18, and then you did it again as an under 20 athlete. What do you think was the biggest lesson you learned, you know, from your first international competition going on to eventually, you know, national championships as a junior, and then World Junior Championships?
Like I said, you have to run your own race. So when I was running under 20 national championships in 2018, I was also like sitting in the back, and then I saw the girls are like, they're going slower and slower. So I was like, maybe I should just go in the front. So my last 100 meters, I went in the front and just gave it my all. And you know, like it's like a shock when you see you're in the front and you know, oh no, they're gonna chase you down right now. You have to run and give it your all. So that's something I've learned, is just to like run your own race. And from going from youth to junior, it wasn't really that much of a difference. You know, like back home, you always run with the same people, so you basically know how their running style is and what their techniques is. But when I went to World Juniors, it's completely different, because I was like the youngest in the team. And when I was in youth, I was the youngest in the team. So everyone I ran against was older than me. But when I went to World Juniors, you're the oldest. So that's also like different, because you don't know the people that's at world level. I mean, you don't know your competition, so you don't know what their techniques is. So that's really difficult, is to prepare yourself for how the race is going to go down. Yeah, so you just have to like give it your all because you don't know what to expect.
Absolutely. I mean, it's difficult preparing for an enemy you've never met or seen or know about, you know?
Yeah, I know the
It's a
people.
different story.
Yeah.
All right,
I,
so yeah,
I
continue.
only have like the one girl's she was at World Youth and I saw her at World Juniors too. So that
Mm-hmm.
was kind of nice to know that okay, there's other people in the same boat as you that don't know the people around you, and
Mm-hmm.
so everyone's in the same boat, so it's not just you. You have to like remind yourself about that.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, what you're saying is absolutely spot on. So obviously, junior, you know, you said you were second year junior at World Juniors, and then so from that point, obviously, you come back to South Africa, 20 years old, first year senior. Talk about the transition. Obviously, it's a bit different. Like it seems like it's easier to run against seniors when you're a youth and junior because you know everybody doesn't expect much
Oh
from
yeah.
you. And then first year senior, what is is there like a mind shift? What happens in the mind? Is it the same?
I feel like your mind shift is the same, but that's like you said, like you don't. No one expects anything from you to run against the seniors so good. But I feel
Mm,
like the other thing that I struggled with was high school. You have so many races that you run in the
yeah,
so you peak so much faster, and then when you
yeah,
went to university,
yes,
we only have your varsity cups, which is like two,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you only have your club races, so
mm,
that was difficult not having so many races to run and get that peak
mm.
like the high
That,
school. Yeah.
that's important information because I think many times I think the athletes don't realize it because you know I mean like you said high school athletics you run four races in one meeting. You run Tuesday, you're running against Friday. Next thing there's a league this side, and then there's another competition. So like you said, you peak so much quicker without. I won't say you train as hard, you know, but you race so much more. By
Yeah.
the time you get to nationals, your legs are cooked, you're ready, you know, and you're able to dance with the lions. Um, so yeah, definitely important information that I mean it takes so much more patience. It sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And you have to increase your like speed in training and everything because you don't have that racing speed yet because people running in
Yeah.
high school they are racing fit and you're not racing fit. So you have to like make your own time trials in training to
Mm,
set those goals and reach the times that you want to run in your
mm.
races. So
Absolutely, good, very good point there. Big up to I see TN's Ellis is in the building. Simply Q, Quentin Pennels, he's here as well. Hesi Beer, I see you. Nelly Sart, Nelly's Art, I think. Mikey Bakey, is it Makey Bakey? I said Mikey. We've got Brett, Nix the runner, welcome. Fansale, Fansale, Zandili, I don't know. Sorry about these names. Some of these names are so confusing. Furi Shante, Batenki, Bianca Arens, Tians, Low, welcome guys. Welcome, welcome. I see it's that Czech who's here as well. There's a question as well. We'll take that question in a bit. Let me see what the question is saying. Is that Czech who's asking, Lisa, do you prefer cross country or track and why?
I definitely prefer track. I like the speed more than cross country. But I feel like cross country is your foundation, so you have to build
Yeah,
that foundation to run good in track and get your fitness ready for track season. But
absolutely.
I'm definitely a track girl. I like
Yeah.
the speed of it and the excitement of it. Yeah.
Yo, cross country. Yo, Liza Kellerman. Cross country is hard.
It
Yo,
is very tough.
yo.
Especially they put like I know like with our nationals is always they always have a log or something you have to run over, or they
Mm,
put the mud or the hills, the
mm.
man-made hills. So cross country is really tough.
No, it's actually almost traumatizing. But like you said, it needs to be done. You know, it's a very good base and foundation for middle distance athletes. Yeah, guys, you got to do that work. You know, you need to put in that work, you know. And I think the nice thing about it is that you, with a cross country race, it's almost like you're doing time trials, you know, for your track season. So it keeps you sharp. It keeps
Yeah.
you like race ready, and you know, like you learn how to fight. Like you have to dig up everything you can in the cross country, and then when you get into the track, it should be easier, you know.
Yeah, that's so
And
true.
another question is coming from Keegan Mitchell. He says, "What is your goals for the upcoming season?"
So I want to run indoor season, but I
Yeah.
just got the news 2 days ago that I have a stress fracture actually. So currently in a moon boot. Um,
Eish.
not good at all.
Mm,
Hopefully I'll get back soon to running again, and then
mm,
my times I want to run is just to get a new personal best. So
absolutely.
go to 800 meters and try to run a 205 or faster again.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Now, yo, sorry about I didn't know about the moon boot.
Yeah,
But yeah, you just gotta do what you gotta do. You know. You know, I
yeah,
always say sometimes these setbacks are just an opportunity to prepare. Maybe you need to build some upper body. Boom. Maybe work on the core. You know, it's always an opportunity to be
work on
better.
something.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, like you gotta be better. Like I remember even when the lockdown started in South Africa, you know, I just made one promise to myself. I said, listen, I have to leave this lockdown a better person. Like I don't there's no way I'm gonna leave the lockdown and Corona season a worse person than I was before, you know. So it's
yeah,
just that commitment. So yeah, do it. Do what you gotta do, and
yeah.
get back to running.
Work on the small things and keep your focus and trying to mentally prepare yourself for positive.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it's part of the game. Okay, so role models. Do you have a role model? Any athlete that you look up to now? I know it usually changes. You know, when you're younger, you've got different role model, and as you grow, they change. Yeah, who's your role model?
Yeah, actually, Laura Muir from Great Britain. She's one of my
Yeah,
role models because you can see
yeah, she's
always in
a
the races her facial expressions, like she gives everything when she runs her 1,500 meters and her longer distances. So
yeah,
she's one
she's a
of my,
warrior. Huh?
yeah.
Warrior, warrior, warrior. Definitely
And
good, good
obviously,
athlete.
South African role models is definitely Dominic Scott and Kester Semenya.
Cobrizzi
They've achieved
and Dom
so
Scott.
much. So
No, I mean, like you said, I mean, Dominique and Casper, as you were about to say, they've done so much.
yeah, they achieved so much in their lives with running. So something to look up to.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, two powerful role models. Yeah, and I mean, I think that's the beauty of, you know, we need like powerful female role models in South Africa, especially for track and field. You know, like speaking to Marley Falloon earlier in the week, you know, and there's a trend. It's not a trend. I think it's just the reality is that a lot of female athletes after their junior year, first year, senior, so going up, you know, they drop out of athletics because the books are more enticing and careers, you know, making money eventually. Sometimes even caring. Hey, caring is also stealing a lot of our athletes are just caring, you know, and they
Yeah,
they they they, they get sidetracked. You know, the university life can be distracting. You know, I know you're not one of those, but I'm just saying, like the parties, the lifestyle, just having fun, and they sacrifice their gift and their blessing because they think they'll have it forever.
yeah, that's so true. I feel like that's where the commitment comes in and your goals that you have to focus on. I think like people, when they go out of high school, like high school, you have to run all the races and everything, and university
Yeah.
comes, there's only a few races.
Mm,
They choose not to race more. But we definitely don't have that many women running in South Africa, which is sad. And most of the people go to America actually. So we lose a lot of athletes in South Africa.
mm,
And the competition is just not where it used to be.
mm.
Um, so that is not good.
Mm,
And like our races are like feel like, I know this year we wouldn't have, not because of COVID, but I know like Varsity Cup was canceled in the beginning of the year.
mm,
So many races have been canceled in the beginning of the year before COVID happened, and that just made me realize that it's going backwards in a way. But I
mm.
see we have a lot of races coming up now, so that's a good start again to build up with all the races coming up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, very, what you're saying is powerful, very useful information, you know. And yeah, that information has to be shared, you know.
Mm,
We have to do more in South Africa. We need better races. We need better organized races, faster races, you know,
yeah.
bigger platforms and opportunities for athletes to be seen and recognized, sponsors, etc., etc.
And
And
you can also see like in South Africa the national teams that's been selected, it's always like 18 boys and then there's only just a few girls that's being
mm,
selected. I think that also demotivates lots of the female athletes running because they know their chances to be in the team isn't that good.
mm,
That's also something that is yeah, like a barrier.
mm. Yeah, I mean, another, I mean, like you say, like you're saying, I think that the reason for that is also standards are so high, you know.
Mm,
Sometimes I do personally believe, you know, rather get in more athletes, let them get more exposure and experience to international, than making the standard so high, and then you cut down, you know, the pool of talent to such a small. Can you see how small this is, or should I go smaller?
yes.
A small to such a small pool that you end up losing very good athletes. But like you're saying, it's demotivating because the standard is maybe a second or two or a meter or two further than the qualifying standard. So they've qualified, but it's not, you didn't qualify enough. You must
Yeah.
qualify some more. So it's interesting, but I mean, I know the idea of it is to try get the standard to be higher,
Mm,
but you know, sometimes I do believe, you know, athletes must be given the benefit of the doubt.
yeah.
um, Let them get the experience. You know, I don't know, like maybe I'm too lenient and too nice, but
Mm.
I think if you've qualified, get a chance, you know.
Yeah, even for me, I didn't run the A standard when I went to World Youth or World Junior. The as a A standard, I only ran the B standard twice, and I think that's why I got in the team is because I ran it twice. And when
Mm,
I was in 2016, I actually ran my PB, which was 205, and I was in the squad for the World Juniors, but they never chose me for the final team, which is kind of weird. And also, like when I went for World Youth, I ran a 208 that year as my season best, and World Juniors was also 208 season best. So it's kind of strange that when I was at my best, they didn't pick me for the team.
yeah, well, it's interesting, but anyways, it's yeah, it's one of those things that, you know, we just have to keep going. You know, I always say, you know, like, as an athlete in South Africa or anywhere else, you just have to be tough. Like, you have to be tough. Like, there's nothing that, if you want this thing, but you need to want it. Like, athletics is not something that you get, that gets given to you. And I mean, a lot of athletes have had challenges with that selection and so on. But I just say, you know, if you love it, you're gonna do it either way. You know, you do it and you
Yeah.
give your best, and when you get your opportunity, you take it with both hands, and you show the world, you know, why you wearing the green and gold, and you go out there and you give it your best. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Man,
Yes.
that's American. Yeah. All right. So let's wrap it up. I see time is moving. A message to young female middle distance runners in South Africa. What message would you want to give to them? You know.
Keep working hard and staying motivated. I know sometimes it's difficult to stay motivated, but that's where I feel like where your support comes in, like your family and your friends.
Uh-huh.
So it's good to have family and friends that will support you through your journey. And yeah, put on that spikes every day, your running shoes every day, go out and work hard for it.
Absolutely, Liza Kellerman. what you said is spot on. Like I say, you have to be tough. You gotta be tough. Like, you know, you have to be a bit crazy to be an athlete as well. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you have to
Even
get
through,
into.
even through the ups and downs, you have to just keep on going.
Absolutely, you gotta keep on going. You can't stop. Liza Kellerman, you know, from Backtrack side, I want to thank you so much for coming on this evening. You know, it's been a pleasure having you in SA. You know, doing your thing. You're always interesting to watch at nationals and other competitions, shootouts, etc. We wish you all the best. You know, get well soon. Get out of that boot and into your spikes as soon as possible. And yeah, all the best. Keep shining. We look forward to seeing some great things in the future. Obviously, you're doing a 4-year degree, right?
I think I have 3 years here, so it's not the full 4 years.
Now you got a 3-year. Okay, so you can do a three years that side. Get whatever you need to do in your education side, and then also, you know, career wise, move into
Yeah.
a professional level and so on. So all the best. Thanks for joining, and really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it straight from Liza Kellerman's mouth. She's picked up a bit of an accent over the month that she's been in America. Say water. Lisa was saying water. That's what happens when you go to America. But thanks a lot to each and every one of you for joining. Next week, Monday, we've got some more exciting guests coming up. Look out for it, guys. It's going to be so much fun. Make sure to keep watching, keep following. BackChat, brought to you by Backtrack, proudly hosted by me, Temba Madima. Hashtag Dariva Venda. Lisa says, oops, water. Hashtag. And take care. God bless you guys next week. Take care.